Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Vaibhav and I hope you all are having a fantastic day and staying safe. Today, I am back with another performance that I did with 4 of my friends. We wrote a thriller, horror, and a suspense script, and then we performed it as an audio recording. We put a lot of effort into this and we really hope you like it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I hope you enjoy.
Readers Theater presents The Cabin at Hideaway Creek. Our story is about a group of friends that decide to kick off their summer by heading down to one of the friends' cabins up north. It's far, isolated, and away from their home lives, what they all wanted. However, this original desire quickly changes as their fun, upbeat, relaxing idea of a break turns into a more dark, far-fetched nightmare coming to life. One that will haunt them for the rest of their lives.
So I'll be playing Lauren, who is a 17-year-old junior. She is one who gets negative vibes all the time, and because of that is always nervous and very cautious.
I play Aria, who is also a 17-year-old junior in high school. She's a character that's brave, but sometimes irrational, thus being a bad influence at times.
I play Amy, who's 17 years old. She is innocent, gullible, and is caged by her parents, so she hasn't lived or experienced as much.
I play Phoebe, and she is a 17-year-old in high school, and is crazy, funny, easygoing, careless, and could be smart in some occasions.
I play Matt, who is a 17-year-old male junior in high school. Matt is logical and realistic.
Finally! How's over?
Yes, finally!
God.
This marks yet another boring year. Anyways, I was thinking, my parents are going on a business trip this summer, and we were supposed to go together. It wouldn't be as much fun going alone, so do you all want to hang at my cabin during the summer break?
The group decided to leave early in the morning that weekend, meeting up at Aria's house beforehand to drive down to the cabin. The 4-hour drive is now currently cut in half, the 5 listening to music on the radio while making their way down the dead, musty streets.
What type of birds are those?
Those are crows. Yeah, there are a lot in this area.
Instead of looking at the birds, we should be looking at the gas station. We're kind of running out of gas.
Oh no. Oh, look! Over there! Make a left!
This place looks really empty.
Then let's just fill up and go.
Okay. So, tell us a bit about the cabin.
Well, Hideaway Creek is like my safe place.
It's called Hideaway Creek.
Oh, no. I just like calling it that because all you're with is yourself and nature, isolated from the world. My temporary hideaway.
Sounds nice.
Okay, we're all set. Aria, where do I head next?
I think all we have to do now is just continue straight. Apollyon Drive should eventually be on the left. Cabin 444.
444? Did you say cabin 444 on Apollyon?
Yeah?
You kids were the ones that bought it after all that time? Well, that place has been deserted since 75, when the previous owners left.
What do you mean? And who are you?
That's a little rude to your next door neighbor. Excuse me. Well, that place is not particularly suitable for a bunch of kids. You shouldn't go there.
Let's just get out of here.
Don't go there. Turn back while you can.
We're leaving. Lauren, start the car.
Mark my words, I warn you. You don't know what you're getting yourselves into.
But what if...
Listen to me.
Hey! Okay, now don't touch my car.
Lauren, start the car!
When it calls out to you, you're gone.
Go! Go!
Drive! Drive! I wonder what that guy was on.
I really hope we never bump into him again.
Arya, do you go to this cabin often?
Every summer since my parents bought it. 3 years ago. Why? We never met our neighbors, though.
Has anything odd ever happened?
Lauren, that guy was speaking nonsense. Don't let him get into your head.
He probably got some fresh supply somewhere. I definitely smelt it.
Alright.
2 long, tedious hours later, the group slowly approaches the cabin. Shakily riding over the lengthy driveway of gravel, the cabin began to surface from the thick layers of fog surrounding it. Although excited to begin their break together, completely isolated and separated from their lives at home, the friends feel slightly uneasy as they walk up the damp, creaky wooden steps to enter the cabin. As they begin exploring, each one convinces themselves that it's just the abrupt change in scenery and large difference from what they're used to back at home.
Ooh, what's this? Looks fancy.
A box?
Yeah, nothing special. I found it right in that spot on the mantle when my family got the cabin. We figured that the previous owners left it as a gift or something. Or it might have been important to them, so we just kept it. I don't know. I mean, who cares? That useless thing just didn't even open anyways.
Ew, creepy. Here, take it, Lauren.
What do you mean it doesn't open? It's freezing!
That doesn't make sense. Nothing's impossible to open. Here, pass it over.
Try for yourself.
What in the world?
Oh, you're just weak. Pass it. Oh, come on, you piece of junk.
You were saying...
Seriously? Who cares about a box? How about we play a game or something? Any ideas?
Oh, here. Let me get this. I bought this at an antique store.
An Ouija board?
Yeah, I've always wanted to play, but I've had no one to play with. Now's the perfect time.
I don't know about this. I think I'll stay out.
Oh, come on. Don't be boring. Live a little.
Are you sure about this? Actually, you know what? Let's just do it.
Fine, whatever.
Alright, let's start. So, we need a medium who is basically the primary questioner.
I can do it.
Okay, now, moving on. This is the pointer. Everyone, put your index and middle finger together and place it on. To warm up, we have to move it around the board in circles a couple times.
Okay, can we start asking questions now?
Yeah, just don't ask dumb questions.
Okay. Are you a hottie?
I literally just said no dumb questions.
Oh, I have one. Is there a spirit in our presence?
Is there a spirit in our presence?
Oh gosh, it said yes. Right. Funny. Stop moving it.
It's not us. I don't like this.
Okay, reset. Will you cause us any harm?
Okay. Spirit, will you cause us any harm?
See, I told you. This thing's fake.
Did any of you hear that? It sounds like someone is stuck. Hello?
Okay. How did you do that?
Arya, is this 100% safe? This thing just practically made physical contact with us, blew every single candle out.
Amy, ask it what it wants.
Spirit? What is it that you want?
Is that what you heard?
I'm done with this. Say goodbye, now!
Goodbye, Spirit! Immediately after they release the spirit, the group feels an overwhelming chill encompass them. No one says anything. Not a word is said as they each turn in for the night. Not a sound is heard throughout the night until Amy is suddenly awoken from an uncomfortable dehydration rocking at her throat. Hello? Hello? Are any of you awake? Who is that? Arya? Arya! Alright, this isn't funny. Stop trying to scare me. No. How is that possible? It's coming from the box. It opened. Lauren? Phoebe? Matt? As Amy opened the supposed unopenable box, a cool gush of air escaped, abruptly entering her airways, giving rise to goosebumps and extreme fear. She tenses up at the sudden feeling of another presence, yet unable to catch who or what it could possibly be, as she is quickly washed over with a more powerful drowsiness that leaves her to collapse on the floor, the mysteriously shallow and empty box resting freely in her left hand.
Amy! Amy! Everyone, wake up! Get in here! Amy's on the floor! She looks really pale! Hurry up!
Oh my gosh! She's not dead, is she?
Amy! Oh my, please wake up! How long was she out?
I don't know, I just found her like this!
Ow! Please stop shouting. I have a huge migraine.
Amy!
Huh? What happened?
I woke up, walked in, and saw you lying on the floor with the box beside you. You're extremely pale and freezing. How are you feeling?
Wait, the box. How? You opened it? It's empty. Wow.
Oh, yeah! That's what I was trying to tell you last night before I fainted. I was able to open it. It was whispering my name. It got louder and...
What? Arya, you said box can be opened.
I don't know. I was never able to... I mean, you all even tried opening it, right?
Yeah, except Amy.
Are the windows open or something? It's chilly here.
No, they aren't. Every single window is closed.
Okay, hear me out. What if she's possessed?
Possessed? I'm still me.
How else would you explain this? Your symptoms correspond precisely.
Are you crazy? We said goodbye to the spirit.
No, not the board. The box.
The box? That doesn't even make any sense, Matt.
Well, what else could it be? See? This is why I don't want to mess with this stuff. You don't know what or who the hell you are contacting.
My head is pounding. Lower your voices, please.
Okay, now it's not the time to get frustrated. Amy is only getting worse. She is more pale now than she was before. This is what we're going to do. We're using the Ouija board again to figure out what the spirit wants and get rid of it for good.
After Amy getting possibly possessed by that spirit, you still want to talk to that thing who is capable of harming us?
Stop! Lower your voices. Please.
We all need to be on the same page here. Amy, in fact, all of us are in danger. Let's just listen to Matt right now because it's probably our best bet.
What is happening to me?
Amy, listen to me. We're going to help you. I used to read up on this kind of subject when I was younger. I was obsessed with the spirits and all this beyond our world stuff. We just need to determine its objective so we can satisfy it and it will return to wherever it came from.
But what if the spirit doesn't return? What if we don't figure out its objective? What if we aren't able to provide it with whatever it needs?
What would happen to her?
It would overpower me and take full control.
No, you have to stay strong, Amy. Fight it. You'll find a way. One way or another.
For the next hour, the group takes their time delicately setting everything up according to how it was organized in their first contact. Amy continues to show symptoms of possession, more prominently seen as time passes. Excruciating headaches, frequent chills, occasionally vomiting, feeling lightheaded and weightless, and losing sense of coordination to the point where her friends told her to sit out from helping. Her limpness and dark circles under her eyes reveal her evident tiredness.
Ask it what it wants with you.
Spirit, what do you want with me?
Nothing. It's not saying anything.
Why are you doing this to me?
Amy, calm down a bit. I know this is hard, but you shouldn't yell at it.
Yeah, just calm down. Let's keep asking questions. We have to be patient.
Well, it better say something. It has to eventually. We just have to ask it the right questions.
What's happening? Arya? Why is the pointer shaking?
I don't know.
Look! It's spelling out something.
T.
R.
A.
P.
Trap?
It's still moving. D.
O.
O.
R.
Door? Trap door?
What does that even mean?
Maybe it's leading us to something. Information, maybe? Arya, is there some sort of trapdoor in here?
Not that I know of.
Let's just keep asking questions. We have to make some sense out of this.
Spirit? Who are you? Oh, my head!
Amy! Her forehead. It's bleeding! She smacked her head too hard on the table! Amy!
Amy!
No, oh no.
Amy? Her eyes! Is that blood? Blood is dripping from her eyes! Oh my god.
Oh no. Her eyes!
They're black! Her entire eyes are black!
You kids are interested in who I am?
Don't talk to it! Everyone shout goodbye, Spirit! We have to overpower it because Amy's the medium!
There's no saying goodbye to me. This body released me. I can finally retake human form after I gain complete control of this weak, precious soul.
No!
Goodbye, Spirit!
Spirit!
Amy!
She's knocked out. It drained her. We don't have much time. We need to act fast if we want to save her. So let's make do with what we have. It said what before?
Trapdoor. You all sped up to cover more ground. I'll stay with Amy.
Alright, let's pad the floor, jump, stomp. Just look for a withered, tiered, or unstable board that looks like something is under it or could be lifted.
Scream apple if we find something.
Wait! But why would this thing help us? What if it's a trap?
I guess we'll find out, won't we? After Arya's observation, the group, especially Matt, remains uneasy. By trusting their enemy, Not only could this be a distraction to waste time, searching for something that doesn't even exist, but it could possibly be a harmful and tortuous trap they are walking right into. However, they know that there is no alternative, none knowing what else to do. So, the group disperses to search for the alleged trapdoor. Apple! 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 I found something.
Yes, this has to be it.
You all watch your step. I'll stay on this floor to keep a watch on Amy, but I can still hear you, so keep me updated.
Oh, fun. It's so muggy down here.
How have I... Ew! Ew! I think I just walked through a cobweb. How have I never known about this place? This is so creepy. What are in all of these boxes? There's so many.
One of them should have something that can help Amy.
Oh my gosh, was that a rat? I'm doing this for Amy. I'm doing this for Amy.
I think I found something. It's a journal from previous owners. The same thing happened to them. And
what?
they didn't make it.
Wow, what reassuring news. What are we going to do now?
Wait, they were all possessed?
They were a young couple in their mid-20s. The man was possessed, killed his spouse, and then himself to prevent the spirit from completely controlling him and being able to freely roam the earth to harm anyone else.
But how are their deaths written? If they're... well, they're dead.
Oh, the neighbor! That nut saw from before! Oh, was actually right. He must have helped them or tried in some way, and to probably get it all out of his system and lock away the event. He wrote it down and hid it far away from him.
Is there anything useful in there? Yeah, I'm sorry for them, but soon we'll be mourning for our own deaths if the same thing goes down.
There's a banishing spell.
Well, if they knew how to get rid of it, why didn't they?
They were too late. Stressed and afraid of the potential dark path this could lead to, the group gathers in the living room on the main floor to discuss the heavy information and conclusions they've just derived. They're all uneasy about taking part in this spell, or if it will even work, but time continues ticking and they realize they're down to their last resort.
How about this? Instead of getting into this complicated black magic stuff, can't we just get Amy out of the cabin? I mean, the spirit was released here, meaning it is probably attached to the cabin, so if we just get Amy out of here, it should vanish on its own.
But wouldn't that hurt her?
I think she'd rather be temporarily hurt than forever possessed or a murderer. Amy?
I guess we can try. But if it doesn't work, do you think that would aggravate it? Doesn't anger make it stronger?
If anything, fear does. And going in with this attitude is not good.
But if this doesn't work, we're doing that spell.
Amy, are you able to walk? Here, let me help you. Okay, now one step...
No, stop! It burns! It burns!
Arya, get her away!
I'm trying! But her foot is like glued to this invisible barrier in the entrance. I can't even go through it, but when I touch it, I don't feel the pain she's... Amy!
Amy! It's forcing her to stay here under full possession. It just flung her across the room and knocked her out after burning her.
Makes sense. It attached itself to her. She's tied into it.
Remember what that crazy person said? Once it calls out to you, you're gone.
Gone. Gone. Gone. Gone.
Look, her eyes are fluttering really fast.
They're black again.
Gone.
Get the spell.
You can't get rid of me!
She's starting to rise.
Hold her down! Without much of a choice, the group ties up the possessed Amy into a chair to perform the spell. They read through it thoroughly and gather the needed items, while keeping an eye on the unusually quiet spirit. From maniacally laughing and swerving in abnormal positions, it now sits peacefully with its utter black eyes wide, following each and every one as they move. The uncomfort and tension rises in the silence, and although tied up, its roaming eyes make it feel as if it is constantly right behind them.
I'm just confused about one thing. After Arya brought it up and it didn't turn out to be a trap, why would this evil thing lead us to information on its own banishment?
It was shaking. Maybe I made a mistake?
Well, the previous owners are dead, right?
Are you implying?
An interference.
Which explains the shaking.
So, it was the previous owners helping us?
Not only are we helping Amy, but we can avenge their deaths by doing what they couldn't to make it out alive.
Let's start then. I carved our intentions and the designated symbols into the candle.
I finished making the anointing oil. What's next, Matt?
We have to sprinkle salt counterclockwise to create the barrier of protection and set the candle in the center. Anoint and light it. Now we call for elements. We have to repeat the text, here in italics, while holding hands, and then the possessed individual has to snuff the candle to conclude it.
How are we going to get the spirit to sniff the candle? It won't banish itself.
We have to force it.
Phoebe, you're beside her. Take her right arm and enclose it over the flame.
But,
Oh dear.
Unless any of you have a better idea, then...
alright, I'll do it.
Here's the book, Phoebe. Everyone, remember, we can't break the circle or the link.
Okay. Here we go. Lords of the watchtowers, of the east, south, north, and west. Lords of the air, fire, water, and earth. We summon, call, and stir you up to witness our rites and guard our circle. Amy!
Are you alright?
Okay?
I think so. Thank you.
Amy needs medical attention immediately.
You know what? Everyone, just pack your bags.
Yeah, I'm going home.
As the banishment spell was completed, the spirit was drained out of Amy and locked back away in the box. Even though the group figured that the box most likely wouldn't open, none attempted to do so. After loading their bags in and helping Amy in the vehicle, the remaining 4 silently stepped into the cabin one last time to lock away the journal, a Ouija board, and box in the trapdoor, barricading it and placing a carpet over top so the next owners don't come in any close contact and experience similar traumatizing moments that they just had. Amy ends up having a successful recovery, and although the group never speaks of what went down in the cabin at Hideaway Creek, it remains ingrained in their minds forever.
You've reached the end. Thank you so much for watching our whole performance. We would really appreciate if you could provide us with some feedback in the comment section down below on how we all could develop as voice actors. Also, if you liked our performance, consider subscribing to my channel, hitting the like button, and hitting the notification bell down below so you can be notified when I post another video to my channel. Also, I cannot say this enough, but thank you so much for supporting my channel and me, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day ahead and peace out.